understands solidarity. And what did Madison teach us? It's not union versus non-union. It's not private versus public, right? It's all of us together in solidarity. Unless you think that we are not making an impact, let me tell you this. I'm just going to leave you with a quote from Gandhi. For those of you who already know it, I apologize. For those of you who don't, then I'm teaching today. What Gandhi said was, first, they ignore us. Then, they ridicule us. Then, they fight us. Then, we win!
This movement started with just a few hundred young people, ordinary working class people. It was not a movement of the leaders. It was not a movement of the union leaders, of the big nonprofit leaders. But I think we can be proud today to say this movement has brought everybody together. We're getting union endorsements across the board. We're getting AFSCME Council 5 have endorsed. The AFL-CIO has said they endorse our protest. They're bringing people out. We need to build a rank and file movement of ordinary people, organized, unorganized, to take this country back. So I want to introduce next Chris Wright of the Grassroots Party is going to come and give us a couple words.
Howdy, you all. Good to see you. Nice crew we got here. Well, you know, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, whenever the truth is injured, defend it. You're there in that spot, within hearing of that word, within sight of that action, as a witness to the end that you should speak for it. And Abbie Hoffman once said, well, there's two types of people, you know. He says, there's reactionaries and revolutionaries. He goes, reactionaries want to keep everything the same. Revolutionaries want to change them. I see some revolutionaries here today. Let's change this. There are four big issues I'd like to just mention about. And one of them is corporate personhood. You know, these corporations are childless, soulless zombies with you know, extraordinary resources, and apparently they got inalienable rights. How did they get that? Well, they managed to get personhood through the court system. Never legislated, nothing at all. We need to end corporate personhood in the buying, selling, and renting of politicians. It should be we the people, not we the corporation. And the next thing we need to do is we need to end the Federal Reserve Money Trust. You know, if you could, you know, Edison once says, well, you know, if you can create a dollar bond, you can create a dollar bill. Both are promises to pay, but one benefits the user and the other benefits the people. Well, why should we be spending money on bonds? 30 to 50% of all government projects are interest on the debt we take out. Why can't we fund government with interest-free? We need state-owned banks, like the Bank of North Dakota. You know, Charles Lindbergh Sr. He was the father of the great aviator, and he wrote a book in 1913 called Banking and Currency and the Money Trust. And he said in there, he goes, well, you know, he was trying to block the passage of the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. He failed. But you know what? He was part of the Nonpartisan League. And the Nonpartisan League was the group that got the state-owned bank in North Dakota. We need a state-owned bank here in Minnesota. And let's quit paying all our money out in debt. And the next thing I'd like to mention is, you know, Ross Perot was right. You know, he goes, watch for the giant sucking sound of free trade. Let's end free trade. It's not fair trade. there's one last thing. We need to end the fossil fuel nuclear nightmare and catastrophe. Let's do this, folks. Those four top issues: end corporate personhood, end the Federal Reserve, end free trade, and end fossil fuel nuclear. Love y'all. Take it easy.